Hi, welcome to Saturday Story Break with Miss Karen. I'm Miss Karen. I'm excited to read some stories with you today and to sing some songs. So we are going to use a scarf today, so if you don't have one at home, you can use a tissue or a paper towel or something that you could wave for the song. Okay, so we're going to put that away just for a minute. Let's get ready to listen to our first story, and this is a song that will get us ready by clapping our hands, by nodding our head, and by sitting real still so we can listen. Are you ready? If you're ready for a story, clap your hands. If you're ready for a story, clap your hands. If you're ready for a story, if you're ready for a story, if you're ready for a story, clap your hands. If you're ready for a story, nod your head. If you're ready for a story, nod your head. If you're ready for a story, if you're ready for a story, if you're ready for a story, nod your head. Good job. If you're ready for a story, sit real still. If you're ready for a story, sit real still. If you're ready for a story, if you're ready for a story, if you're ready for a story, sit real still. Good job. Okay, the first book that we're going to read today is called Silly Sally. It's written and illustrated by Audrey Wood. This is a really fun story. This book is published by Harcourt Incorporated. Let's take a quick picture walk so we can see what's going to happen before we read. So this shows the setting of the story. That's where the story takes place. It looks like it takes place in a village. I can see the houses in the background. I also see a dog house. Do you see that? So Silly Sally, this is her right here. She walks backwards and upside down. How silly, right? She's our main character of the story. Silly Sally meets a lot of animals along her way to the town, and she also meets some people. So this is a pig that she meets. Next, she meets a dog. Then she meets a loon, which is a type of bird. So let's read the story to find out what happens. Silly Sally went to town, walking backwards, upside down. On the way, she met a pig, a silly pig. They danced a jig. Silly Sally went to town, dancing backwards, upside down. On the way, she met a dog, a silly dog. They played leapfrog. Looks like they're having so much fun. Silly Sally went to town, leaping backwards, upside down. On the way, she met a loon, a silly loon. They sang a tune. Silly Sally went to town, singing backwards, upside down. On the way, she met a sheep, a silly sheep. They fell asleep. Now, how did Sally get to town sleeping backwards, upside down? Along came Nettie Buttercup, walking forwards, right side up. Look at everyone there standing upside down with Silly Sally. He tickled the pig who danced a jig. He tickled the dog who played leapfrog. He tickled the loon who sang a tune. He tickled the sheep who fell asleep. He tickled Silly Sally who woke right up. She tickled Nettie Buttercup. And that's how Sally got to town, walking backwards, upside down. So check them out, all walking into the town. That was a really silly book. Thank you for listening. Great job. Okay, are you ready to play with our scarf? So we're going to practice a few things before we sing our song. So we're going to practice waving high, waving low, and waving in the middle. That's for our first song. Okay, are you ready? Do you have it? Okay, so wave your scarf up high. Good job. Wave your scarf down low. And weave it just right in the middle. Good job, you got it. Okay, this is our first song, and I sing this a lot for Saturday Stories, so you might know this one. Ready? We wave our scarves together, we wave our scarves together, we wave our scarves together, because it's fun to do. Ready to wave up high? We wave our scarves up high, we wave our scarves down low, we wave our scarves in the middle, because it's fun to do. Are you ready to throw? We throw our scarves together, we throw our scarves together, we throw our scarves together, because it's fun to do. Nice job. Awesome. Okay, so we're going to do another scarf song, and this is about popcorn. Does anyone like to eat popcorn for a snack? I sure do. So we're going to practice making our popcorn kernel. So you're going to crunch it up like a kernel in your hands, just like this. And we're going to shake our popcorn kernel so it can pop. Are you ready? Okay, this is how it goes. Popcorn kernels in a pot, in a pot. Shake them, shake them, shake them, shake them, shake them, shake them, till they pop, till they pop. Nice job. Let's do that one more time. Popcorn kernels in a pot, in a pot. Shake them, shake them, shake them, shake them, shake them, shake them, till they pop, till they pop. Good job. All right. Are you guys ready for our next story? Okay. This book is called Wiggle. Do you see the dog on the cover? He loves to wiggle. If you hear the word wiggle, you can wiggle at home if you want, okay? This book is written by Doreen Cronin and is illustrated by Scott Menchen. And this is published by Atheneum Books for young readers, an imprint of Simon & Schuster. Do you wake up with a wiggle? Do you wiggle out of bed? If you wiggle with your breakfast, it might wind up on your head. First, wiggle where your tail would be, then wiggle all your hair. Feeling extra silly? Wiggle in your underwear. Look at the dog in his underwear. Can you wiggle with your shadow? Can you wiggle with your toys? When you wiggle with gorillas, do they make a wiggle noise? Can you wiggle in the water? Wiggle one fin on each side. Or wiggle like a crocodile, open big and wide. When you wiggle where your wings would be, wiggles fill in the sky. Wiggle slowly when with polar bears, they're very wiggle shy. Look at this snake. Snakes are one big wiggle. No wings, no tails, and no feet. Some wiggles are worth waiting for. I wonder what's going to hatch out of that egg. There it is. Wiggle, wiggle, tweet. Would you join me for a wiggle? Would you wiggle on the moon? I think we're out of wiggles now. See you wiggle soon. The end. Thank you for listening. So we just read about a moon in that story, and we have a moon right here. And we have some astronauts that are going to jump on the moon. And guess where they're going to jump to? They're going to jump to this rocket. So first let's count our astronauts. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Ready? 5 little astronauts jumping on the moon. One jumps to the rocket ship and zip, zap, zoomed. 4 little astronauts jumping on the moon. One jumped to the rocket ship and zip, zap, zoomed. How many do we have left? 1, 2, 3. 3 little astronauts jumping on the moon. One jumps to the rocket ship, and can you say it with me? Zip, zap, zoomed. Two little astronauts jumping on the moon. One jumped to the rocket ship and zip, zap, zoomed. Good job. One little astronaut jumping on the moon jumped to the rocket ship and zip, zap, zoomed. There are no more astronauts jumping on the moon. No one to jump to the rocket ship and zip, zap, zoomed. Very good. Good job counting those astronauts. Well, that's all for today. Thank you so much for joining me. I look forward to seeing you next weekend, next Saturday for Saturday Story Break. We do have a survey on our website at greecepubliclibrary.org if you would like to leave your feedback. See everyone later.